Get in here, everybody. We're starting. Welcome to oh boy, to another edition of Omnibros live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Geo here with my lovely co-host PP Poo Poo Man. How you doing, insufferable omnibus collector?
I'm insufferable.
And sick. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little congested, but I'm here. I'm healthy, I guess, for the most part.
That's important. You got to look at the positives. Um, so we started a little bit early, although technically this should be the right hour to start, not like uh 30 minutes in, but whatever. um Today is pretty wild. We got a bunch of exciting news that dropped in the manga world, some new licenses, some that are pretty cool and others are completely unexpected, but something that a lot of people have been waiting for. It's in the title, so yeah. And I got some first impressions because last week I said I was going to read Dear Anemone, and I know it's been a week, so it's probably old news, but I still wanted to talk about it on the show because I think it's pretty nice. And if you haven't checked it out, maybe I could entice you to go to the Shonen Jump site or Manga Plus and read it there for free, legally, and all that other fun stuff. So, welcome everybody. Let me remind y'all that this show is sponsored and brought to you by the folks at InStockTrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more for great deals that range from 42 to 50, sometimes even more percentages off. Like if you go to the red tag sale or the manga sale, you might find books for 75% off. That's pretty insane. Go to InStockTrades.com for all those great deals. If you make an order of $50 or more in the US, you get free shipping. And if you buy on a week by week basis, you get the loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order. So that's deal of the week. That's 50% off. Now becomes 52% off. You're not going to get that at the other website. You get it at InStockTrades.com. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. What else can I say? We love our sponsor here, Omnibros Live. That's InStockTrades.com. And let me remind everybody that next show on the 26th, we will be doing the gift card giveaway valued at $50, open to anybody out there in the world. Doesn't matter. All you got to do is show up for the show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hang out with us in the chat, and you'll be in the running. And by the end of it, we'll pick out a winner from the live chat. So that's, again, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Let me show the website for the deals that are wrapping up this week on Tuesday. A lot of cool stuff came out this week. So we have the deals of the week, which we called it on Monday. We said, of course, the Dark Knight's Death Metal Omnibus was going to be there. And I specifically mentioned Kingdom might be there. And from the Marvel stuff, I did talk about, or I briefly said, or I don't know if it was just that, Jean Grey might be on there. Why not? So, yeah, there's that book over there, 46% off. Or you get the Marvel Masterworks Invincible Iron Man for 46% off. Kingdom at 50, and of course, Dark Knight's Metal, 50% off. Some of the new releases here. This was a heavy week for manga releases, which was insane. Somehow I survived. I took a huge blow ordering so many books, but I'm happy to read them all because I'm genuinely excited. I tried to call the list, and I kept looking over at all the stuff that came out. I'm like, I can't. I want to read all of this and talk about it with everybody online. So, yeah, it was a pretty big order. And I'm happy to get that stuff from our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. So go check them out, gang. Pretty cool. Let me close this for a minute. We'll be back soon. Thank you to the chat. You guys are lovely as always. I'm going to give a little secret away whenever we go live, when we do the little countdown at the beginning. I always look for Aria's comment of "Hello, my friends, we meet again." And as a little, sort of to kick boost me into going live, to get me on my toes ready, I say that out loud and I sing it Creed style. So thank you, Arya. That's always fun. I always look forward to that comment. That's a little warm up vocal exercise. So thank you everybody for joining. Jaime, thank you so much. All hail our deluxe hardcover overlords. They are the way. Thank you so. Oh, I thought you meant us. I assume you meant. Okay, sorry. I was gonna be like, oh, that is so kind of you, but no, you meant IST. Bob Fisher, thank you so much. Hey guys, excited for the new boxing manga coming out? Yeah, that's gonna be on everybody's list if it doesn't get delayed. Hopefully it doesn't. Javier, thank you so much. And of course, Warren's in the house. James with the boxing glove. Let's go. Crazy that Ashita no Joe got licensed. Spoilers. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a couple minutes. So I know you're sick, but it's tradition on the show, I guess, to give you the floor and inform the peeps of your latest manga. I mixed manhwa and manga. That's a new one. Manga acquisitions. What you got, my friend?
Manga. I did get a package with 4 books, and I have read all 4 books since they arrived. So I got the Tree of Death, Yomotsu Hegui.
There you go. Got it.
This one's pretty fun. It was a lot more dense than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be a lot more just action, but there's actually a lot of dialogue and whatnot in here.
I like the creature designs. They look fun.
Yeah, it's very Eldritch, H.P. Lovecraft type stuff. Sorry, one sec here. I got the new Viz Original Status Royale. This one was pretty fun. It's just like VR gaming.
No, really?
Completely immersive type of gaming.
Oh, okay.
And then Sawara Volume 2. Sawara and the Monster, our House of Monsters. Nice. This one was a lot of fun. Once again, if y'all didn't check out the first volume, it was basically this woman who starts building along with the dwarves.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was the name.
And they make a lot of houses for different monsters and whatnot, and each house is very specifically built for those monsters, and it has cool diagrams of like how they were built for those specific monsters to have certain features. In this one, they introduced the Demon Lord, and so that makes it a little fun. And the best one from this package was definitely Handyman Saito in Another World.
Let's go.
So excited. This series is great. If you haven't watched or read it before, highly recommend it. And this volume was great. Just fantastic stuff happening within this volume. And I cannot wait to read the next one.
Everything that you read in volumes 1 and 2 pays off greatly in volume 3. Same thing happened with the anime. As you keep watching the episodes, you think, oh, this is like pretty loose. It's pretty fun. But as you get to that point, everything starts coming together. And you're like, oh, crap. Okay.
And I don't remember if I had it last week, because I don't remember when it came in, but I did get the Whoever Steals This Book from...
I think you mentioned that to us last week. I think so.
Yen Press did send me the early copy of this one, and I read it a few days ago, and it is pretty fun. It starts off a little bit slow, but it does get into kind of that page master feeling type thing where they venture into the stories of the different books and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but that book got delayed for a bunch of websites.
Oh.
Or it wasn't on... I didn't get it because it wasn't on... In-Stock Trades did not have it available, and I think the Crunchyroll store did not have it either. It was still listed as pre-order. The Bezos website had it. So I don't have that copy. Same with Soada. I still don't have that copy. Hasn't arrived yet. Actually, that's it.
Yep, that's what I got.
Nice. I got one book, which will be featured on my next video whenever I publish it. Might be tomorrow, might be Monday. Who knows? Russian roulette in this house. This is the only thing I've gotten for the month for this month, which is insane considering how much I've spent and all that. But it's just how it is sometimes. In the name of Mermaid Princess. In the name of the Mermaid Princess. There you go. So I said I was going to get it, and I'm a man of my word, and I got it. You know, because I collect mermaid manga. That's just who I am. Geo 2024, the Mermaid King. That's dumb. Don't go with that. Don't clip that, please. So yeah, that's the only book I got, and yeah, happy haul, everybody. um, Alexandra, still waiting on Denpa's. They were 11, stuck or volume 11. Is that what you meant? Stuck in delay.
They Were 11 is the title of it.
Okay. I'm waiting for the samurai thingamajig that they were supposed to put out like 2 years ago.
Renjo Samurai?
Yeah. I knew it was going to get delayed. It was not going to come out.
Sorry, Renjo,
2023.
Renjo Desperado.
Yeah. So I'm sure it'll happen sometime. It'd be funny if the license expires because they took too long and they never got around to publishing it. That'd be pretty funny.
That would be funny. But yeah, that's just the nature of the beast with Denpa.
Yeah.
Just expect delays for forever, because as far as when I asked Ed, who's like the president over at Denpa, what's up with their delays, he just told me it's because they have such a small team that they can't get stuff out often as quickly as they want to. Yeah. So I'm like, oh well, stop licensing stuff.
Javier, I'm planning on going to Barnes & Noble tomorrow to buy Since I Could Die Tomorrow. I wanted to grab it, but it was a sacrifice from my budget manga list, but I do still plan on getting it at some point because it's only 4 volumes total. So, but it sounds super interesting. Misato, I hope I said that correctly. The quality of their books is really good, though, compared to other publishers. That's always good.
Because they are in relation to Faku, and hentai publishers have the highest production quality of all the publishers.
A friend of mine, this is ages ago, I'm talking like 2019. He's not a huge manga reader. He actually gifted me a couple books that he didn't. He's more of an anime guy, but he just, I guess, I don't know, curiosity got the best of my guy over here, and he bought a Faku book, and I can't remember what it was. It was something absurd, like all the hentai titles, and he showed me the book, and I was blown away by the quality of it. I'm like, what is happening? It should be the other way around with the other publishers, but they put out some nice books. Double entendre there, but yeah.
So like Faku and Denpa, Denpa puts out really high quality books, but also that one publisher, Vast Visual, that did the the diving manga that was super high quality.
Otohime Diver?
Yeah, they're in relation to hentai publisher J18. And so I was like, oh, I guess it's just all the hentai publishers and their related publishers make really high quality books.
There you go. There's a quality hentai book out there. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. I'm on Reddit and on several random Discord servers, and I've seen some pictures. I'm like, damn, okay, that's some interesting quality there. You could say they make it a pleasurable experience in all fronts. There you go. At least March Comes In Like a Lion was a very good quality. Yeah,
definitely could say that.
H Field, thank you for joining. Bob has a question about a video that you made. About the maturing manga comment from your video today. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that
but if you want to address it later,
it's in connection with the Ashita no Joe announcement.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get back to that when I quick on the thing. So remind me, Bob, or
I'll remember. I was going to talk about that.
All right. So I guess we should get started with the topics, as we don't have a lot of time this evening. Let's do the first impressions, so it's not too heavy on your vocal cords. Let me do that first. I read the latest Shonen Jump release, which is Dear Anemone. This is written by Rin Matsui. If you guys don't know who Rin Matsui is, this creator was an assistant in My Hero Academia and wrote a bunch of one-shots like Black Milk, Anima, however you pronounce it, Rembrandt, and some other stuff. And there was also a one-shot Anemone book, which I guess was like a pilot for this manga. I have not read that one. But I did read the new serialized series, which has one chapter out. It's coming out every Sunday, I think, obviously, if it's Shonen Jump. The official description says that when Gaku lands on the Galapagos Island, a paradise is the last thing he'll be experiencing. With creatures undergoing horrific evolutions, only one rule still stands: the survival of the fittest. I obviously, when you first look at the image, let me pull the page from Manga Plus, which is where I read it. Shout out to Manga Plus, unofficial sponsor of the manga streams. You look at this image and you think, oh, this is like Hell's Paradise. And yeah, you'd be pretty right. This is essentially like Hell's Paradise or even Tsugumi Project thrown in. But it's awesome. I really enjoyed it. I am a huge fan. I think I've mentioned it before on the manga shows. I love creature horror. That's my niche within the niche of horror movies. That's my jam. And monsters and yokai, that's where I sit on the horror spectrum. And Dear Anemone fills that gap. It is the story about this kid, and you don't really understand at first why he's going there, but he's on this boat on his way to the Galapagos Island, which I do appreciate, because all these stories are set in Japan or Asia, but here it is in freaking South America. Let's go. And they're going to the Galapagos, and inside they have a mission. They don't know what it is, and as you keep reading, there's like this Amanda Waller type character, and she informs everybody, recapping for us, the reader, what they're going to do. And it's essentially a reconnaissance mission and a recovery one to recover or help escort the previous team out of that island. Apparently, sometime in the past, some nuclear thing happened, or bomb explosion or whatever, something epic like that happened, and it changed the evolution and mutation in the island, and all the creatures there and everything, the vegetation and flora and fauna, I should say, evolves into something horrific. Like there's a heron, and it straight up looks like nightmare fuel with human teeth, and it's out there seeking prey and chomping at people and murdering people left and right. There's a chameleon that's like human sized, and he's super grotesque in the way he kills people. So yeah, the islands are sort of infected, I guess, with this mutation. These creatures have evolved, and you find out what happens to the previous team while this new team with Gaku and some of the other characters are searching for them. All hell breaks loose, and Gaku is in a dangerous... I'm not spoiling. I'm just spoiling the first chapter. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling the story. He's in a dangerous situation where this giant creature's after him, and you think he's going to die, but he gets pretty nasty... I don't know if it was a gash or a bite or something, and his blood falls on a flower, and that flower mutates and becomes that creature that you're seeing in the key visual poster image. So it's like a green avatar swamp thing looking monster lady. I don't know. but she's badass too, and I'm looking forward to it. It happens to be an anemone flower. That's how you get the title of this manga. So, long story short, this is awesome. I loved it. It's super fun. Nothing too deep. It's action packed, and the art is really good. It's like gritty and grimy and detailed when it comes to the creatures, which is what I love. So I am very much looking forward to reading this. I will be keeping up with this week by week, as you can see here. A couple colored images, looking really fancy. She looks like Poison Ivy, if you ask me, from DC.
Looks like do you remember Swamp Thing New 52? Like they introduced a bunch of the other like Parliament of the Trees characters.
Yeah.
There was one who I think was a woman who looked, or she was a female tree.
I think you're right. Yeah. So let's take a quick look at the art here. I don't know if I can show the full thing just in case, but I'll show you regardless. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at that. I would not want to see that in real life. It's something out of a Berserk chapter, honestly. So, and look at this chameleon dude, hybrid. So you have the characters here. I appreciate that they're older. It's not a story about like it's a 15-year-old in a dangerous island. At least he's 18, you know. They get the mission, and they go here to Galapagos. Pretty cool. They even give a speech about Darwin and evolution. And here's what I assumed was Amanda Waller, but Japanese. Giving out the mission. Supposedly there was an explosion. Everything's mutated. And let me fast forward a little bit. So you can see here some of the action. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The funny thing is, I love chameleons, but this like freaked me out, which I love. When I was little, I wanted to own a chameleon, specifically a Jackson chameleon, because they are the coolest. That's the one with the 3 horns. And I thought that was the coolest until I found out it was really expensive to get one. Look at that. This is like a peacock, I think, or something. Pretty frightening. There you go.
Rooster Fighter.
I thought about it just now, and I didn't say anything, but yeah, thank you. So yeah, definitely go check it out, guys, if you're interested. You can read it on the Shonen Jump app or the Viz website or Manga Plus, completely free. Or you can download the app on your phone and read it on your phone or tablet, what have you. So definitely do recommend it. I think it's solid. Great first chapter. Phew. Spud Boy, this sounds very much like my jam. I think you'll love it. I'm going to keep up with it, and I guarantee you we're going to get a physical volume of that soon. They're not going to wait too much on it if it keeps up this cool pace. That's what I mean. I'm getting flashbacks to watching The Thing. Yeah. Really love the character designs, and the creatures are genuinely freaky. Yep. There's something beautiful about it, and the way that something horrific like a nuclear event, fallout, can just turn things ugly or morph things into an ugly state. Because nature can be both beautiful and frightening, and that is sort of the point of this, I guess. Reminds me of the Island of Giant Insects. I was watching the past manga live stream, and I didn't know Comics Guide was a part of the past streams. Past manga. He's on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I think he showed up. I think it was a month ago when we were reviewing the hockey manga that I forgot the name of, from the guy that made Golden Kamuy.
Yeah.
Wild Strawberry, Deer Anemone, Shoujo no, Fool's Night, Plant Monster Trope. Yeah, that's a thing now. That's a good point. Plants are in. Let's go plants. Dogs red. Thank you, Bob.
Plants are in, mermaids are out.
I'm no longer the mermaid king, manga king, so I'm gonna throw this away. Sorry, I don't want it anymore. Whew. So, anyways, moving on to the next subject. Let's go plants. Yeah, baby. We have a bunch of announcements that we missed since last week. And even then, I think from like 2 weeks ago. Let me go to Anime News Network. I pulled a bunch of links from there because I couldn't find the original press releases, unfortunately. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, let's do this one first. Got it. Now I got it. Over here. All right. So ignore the ad. Sorry. Last Gap. I thought this was a really cool announcement from a couple days ago. Last Gap licensed Keiichi Koike's Ultra Heaven manga collection, which is really cool. This was reported originally by ICV2. They licensed this thing. Science fiction saga strongly influenced by Koike's experiences with hallucinogenic drugs. Koike launched the manga in 2001 after publishing a 4-chapter story with the same title in 1998. Enterbrain shipped the third. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this licensing? Because a lot of people were hyped about it.
Yeah, I have the Heaven's Door collection, and the artwork is really fantastic. So I'm definitely interested in checking this one out whenever it does come out.
So this should. I don't know if there's no info, or actually, let me go to ICV2. Do they have a date on it by any chance? I don't think so. No, they do not. Can I show the artwork? Probably. Look at that. You know what this reminds me of? What's the gum commercial? Like, this is how it feels when you
chew 5 gum.
5 gum. There you go. This is an ad for 5 gum, guys. This is how you feel when you chew into one. Melts your skin while you fall from a high altitude. And you fall into the river. So shout out to 5 Gum, unofficial sponsor of the show. Another one that got a lot of people hyped, Starfruit Books licensed Taro Kanafudo's Suburban Hell manga, Handyman Quincy. North American publisher Starfruit Books announced on Friday that it acquired the worldwide English rights to Taro Kanafudo's Suburban Hell manga. The company will release the 1-volume manga this summer. The manga is a collection of 7 stories focused on human decay and corruption in everyday suburban setting. There you go. So, what are your thoughts on this one?
I don't think that creator has done anything else. I looked into it, and
looks creepy.
Yes, the artwork looks very creepy. It looks up my alley and up the alley of, I think, anyone who's into horror manga. That's the other
That's
one.
Handyman Quincy. Sorry, my bad. I'm a fake YouTuber. Can't get this right. This one. There we go. All right. So this one says, let me read. I read that. 7 short stories. And here's a couple images. I love how dark it is.
It's very grimy.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh boy. So this is going to be exciting. There you go. Starfruit Books. Go support them. Go to their website. Buy some stuff from there. 192 pages. 1 volume. Extremely violent and gory. So we can't probably show any of this when the book comes out on these streams. We're going to get flagged. And the other book is Handyman Quincy. Handyman Quincy says over here, a boy with prosthetic limbs starts as a handyman to support his family, but buying a secondhand phone from a thrift shop accidentally connects him to hitman requests. Can the kind-hearted Quincy fulfill these requests for murder? This would be me, honestly. in manga world, this would be something that happens to me. 'Cause everybody says that I'm a nice person, but what if I got a phone of hitman requests and I can start murdering people left and right? Who knows? So this is by these two creators, Naoto Tsushima and Stefan Lappin. And let's take a look at the art. There's a huge burger there. I do like the art, though. It's fun. Yeah. Whoa, that dude has no eyes. What the hell? So this comes out this summer. That's fun. There's a one-shot. And Suburban Hell coming summer as well. So we don't have to wait too long for these books. That's great. The last one from Anime News Network. Oh, this is not an announcement, or sorry, this is not a license. My bad. But I did want to mention this. Rudy Dragon is finally coming back after being in a lengthy hiatus because of the creator being sick. Let's see. They published five official Twitter account for Masaoki Shindo's Rudy Dragon announced on Wednesday the changes in the serialization with its upcoming return. The manga took 2 1-week breaks early in July 2022 due to the author's sudden illness before announcing an extended break, which lasted until now. It's finally coming back, and it's going to be, I think, I read it here. Where was it? Manga will then move to Shonen Jump's digital version. 5 chapters in the manga. Whatever. I think it's like monthly or whatever. So it's not going to be a weekly thing. Honestly, that's for the best if the author's not doing well. But it's fun to have this story going. I think I covered it here on Omnibros or my channel, one of the two. I think it was here. James, if you're still here and you can work your magic, can you double check for me if I talked about Rudy Dragon on Omnibros? Sorry to put that on you on the spot. So this is the story about this young girl who finds out that she is mixed breed of human and dragon. The dragon obviously can get the human form. That's why that can happen, in case you're wondering. And she starts going through puberty and all that stuff and changing into a dragon on school and stuff. So yeah, if regular class and school growing up in your teen years is tough, imagine trying to do that while transforming into a dragon. She grows horns and she can breathe fire. It's pretty cool how the fire in one of the storylines burns her throat. So that's a whole plot thread of getting healed up, which I thought was pretty creative. So yeah, Rudy Dragon. Let's go. I enjoyed it. Yep, we have a lovely visitor in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in, Colleen. Yeehaw! Thank you. I promise I'll never do that again. So yeah, you've not read Rudy Dragon, right?
Not yet.
Okay. So this was hyped up. I remember when it came out, everybody was loving it for some reason. Read it, thought it was good, liked it, and then it went on a hiatus. I'm like, okay. And then I completely forgot about it until now. So I'm excited. I didn't know that's what Rudy Dragon was about. It sounds like manga turning red. Yeah. Plus the whole fact that her lineage and not knowing about her father and all that, and she's upset at first, and her mom's like, "No, you got to chill out because it's happening because of this and that, blah blah blah," and I assume she's going to get stronger and develop powers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Wait a minute. Okay. The yeehaw was in memory of Willie Dustis. Oh, that's right. We forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I haven't been Willie Dustis all year.
Rest in peace, buddy. He's out there somewhere. Uh, James, what the hell? That's not what I said.
Boobies Dragon.
I'm sure I talked about it somewhere. Then it was probably my channel. I don't know. Whatever.
But
But thank
sure
you, though.
I'm also sure you've talked about Boobies Dragons.
Me? Probably. I mean, I have mentioned Miss Kobayashi, and that is notoriously filled with booby dragons. So, yeah. Sorry, everybody. I confused everyone here with my nonsense, but I'm pretty sure it's on my channel then, because I'm sure I made either a thumbnail or just talked about it somewhere on my Manga Geekdom channel. But anyways, yeah, getting back to this, you can read it on Viz and Manga Plus. Rudy Dragon, right there. And now for the big kahuna, the thing that everybody's excited for. Do I have anything else here? Nope. Sorry. ICV2 surprised everybody this morning by announcing something really freaking cool. A manga that is one of those legendary titles that everybody references, getting inspiration from in Japan, and even people out in the West that read comics and manga and all that stuff. And it is that Kodansha has licensed the classic boxing manga, Ashita no Jo, or Fighting for Tomorrow. The first English edition is going to launch as a deluxe hardcover this December. Tomorrow's Joe. The manga originally sold 20 million copies. And yeah, there are countless video essays on the impact that this freaking manga has had on Japanese pop culture and the anime as well. Because I knew it from the anime. I've never read the manga, but I've seen some of the show from some of the episodes. Sorry. So this will be coming out as 8 oversized hardcover volumes. So I assume they're going to be the same size as Vinland Saga. Beginning in December with an MSRP of $59.95, and it will also be available in digital form. What do you think? I mean, you've covered this already on your socials, but
yeah, I did a video.
You did a video on your channel.
I did a video on TikTok and posted about it on Instagram. I'm very excited about this, and this is huge, not just in itself, but huge in that I think this is undoubtedly a huge turning point for what we can expect from Western manga publishers going forth. This is what was referenced a little earlier in the comments about I said about the manga market maturing.
I understand now. What? Okay.
That is in this interview there, or not in the interview, in this article there is a quote from publisher. Kodansha believes that the manga market is maturing, as well as looking for past manga classics that have never been translated in English, from Kodansha publisher Toshihiro Tsuchiya in a statement accompanying the announcement. So I'm trying to think in so many words how to say this since I'm super congested right now.
But I believe in you.
The publishers, license holders in Japan will often, they will license out to the publishers here in the West the things that they think are going to succeed. And likewise, the publishers in the West are going to be hesitant towards things that they don't inherently think are going to do well. And so if they're seeing the market maturing, meaning that the market here is not, they can see for themselves that it's not just interested in contemporary titles, the current big things, that there is a lot of interest in our market here in classics like this, that's a huge turning point because now they're acknowledging the fact that there is room to publish series from the 60s, from the 70s, from the 80s, and etc. That we've never had in English before. So it's both the license holders in Japan acknowledging that that market is there, and the publishers in the US acknowledging that it's there and that they will invest into these licenses to do this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that we've seen a little bit of it with like Drawn Quarterly um, licensing Kamui, the
The ninja manga.
yeah, not that long ago, and then like Viz Media lending more focus to classic titles like the reprints for Red River. All of these are really speaking towards a shift in the market in a really interesting way. And I'm happy with that, and I think a lot of people should be happy with that because until recently, if you asked me like, "Oh, do you think that this old series would get published?" There's really no. Thank you, James. There's really no um, nothing for me to say yes to it because it's like the market for the past several decades has not really focused on older stuff. It's been focused on newer things because that's the stuff that they know like is going to give them a return on their investment. But now you're seeing companies taking risks, or you're just seeing them. You might not even call it a risk. You might just say they're doing these things because they can see that it's worthwhile. And I think we legitimately could see more classics coming out. I would still say that things that are super long like Hajime no Ippo and Kingdom are less likely, and also the fact that both of those are still ongoing. It's more likely when they are concluded, and it's more likely when they're not, 100 volumes plus.
Yeah.
But there's room for more of this to happen in the near future. The other thing that I know people have mentioned in my comments on both of my videos that I put out is the fact that it's expensive. It's $60 for what's essentially a 2.5 volume. This is it. People
This was probably not cheap to get either.
right. I'm gonna say it's kind of a two-way street. If I was to give an educated guess as to what the reason is there, number one, the license is probably expensive, and number two, um, if you collect Western comics and you collect or you pay attention at least to like Marvel Masterworks and Marvel's Omnibus editions, the Masterworks are always more expensive because often those issues are being remastered for the first time ever for those editions. And it's more expensive because they're having to pay for all that work that went in there. And the omnibus editions, for some things like Conan the Barbarian or ROM, despite the fact that they have like 800 pages or so, I'm just spitballing here. They're getting those $125, maybe even $150 price points. I think a lot of the classic like the Submariner by Joe Simon omnibus, I think those had $150 price point because the contents of those books have never been remastered before. And so they're paying you as the consumer are paying a higher price because of that fact. So Ashita no Joe is a classic series that they're like might not be digital files for them to work off of, especially in bringing it into English. So they're having to do a lot of work into compiling this and putting it out into this English edition, to the point that even if it was going to paperback first, not going straight to hardcover, it probably still would have been a $20 to $25 price tag per volume because of all of the work that they're putting into it. And I imagine that they're gonna put as much detail and care into these hardcovers as they possibly can, including colored pages, etc., to make it worthwhile. So I'll stop talking because I'm like super congested now.
No, dude, that was perfect. Thank you. Uh, H Field says my only problem with it being these deluxe editions is that they're cutting out a whole portion of consumers who can't afford or don't want to spend that amount of money in the series. I'm interested in Ashita no Joe, but I don't think I'm $60 interested. Also, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be able to get this book at discounted prices from websites like our sponsor, In Stock Trades, or even the Bezos website. They'll have it discounted a little bit. So uh, don't think you're gonna buy it for $60 retail price.
It is coming out digitally as well, and I could almost guarantee that the the success of the hardcovers would lead towards paperbacks, as we've seen them do. Like they went from the large paperbacks of Sailor Moon Eternal down to the smaller ones, and they went with the hardcover box set of Magic Knight Ray Earth down in the smaller volumes.
Yep.
So they're kind of doing it backwards, but I think like if I'm guessing, it's just they wanted to kind of put everything in, like they wanted to go all in on this license because of how big it is.
It
And
does say here. Sorry to interrupt. There was something about that here. Where was it? Dang it. Oh, this year marks the 50th anniversary since its completion in 1973. Because of this, we think that now is the best time to bring Ashita no Joe to English reading manga fans worldwide. We consider it an honor and a labor of love to introduce such an important manga masterpiece to a new generation of fans. We hope that this new edition will be as much as of an inspiration as it was when it originally debuted in Japan.
yeah, I think that they're presenting it like this gives it that sense of like that gravitas, of being like this is a classic masterpiece in manga, and we're presenting it as such with these hardcover volumes rather than just putting it out as another release. So I'm very excited. I get it. It is expensive. Not everyone's going to be able to afford it. Not everyone's going to be able to have the space in their collection for it. But I'm excited at what this means for the future of like more classic things getting licensed, and also publishers taking chances and doing big deluxe releases like this without, doing paperback first.
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, yeah, more of this, please. I noticed, I think it was a week ago, but I neglected to make fun of it on this show. But stuff like, oh my gosh, this is a wild 180 from what we're talking about. So I do apologize, Riley. I don't know if you saw the news that freaking Booty Royale of all manga is coming back.
Oh,
with a new sequel series, and I want to know what the conversation was at the mangaka's household. What happened there? Did he get disowned by the family, and now he's working under a new alias? Because if you guys don't know, the man had to stop making his ecchi, pervy manga because of family issues and all that. So they put a stop to it. And I just saw the article like 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago, sorry, where it's coming back under a new name or whatever, or a new subtitle. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I would rather get more of Ashita no Joe and classic manga that we've been craving for from the 60s and 70s and even the 80s, and less of the friggin' Booty Royale, please. That's just me, or that's just us, Let's not forget Chihaya Furu. Yeah, that needs to happen. I would love if someone brought Cyborg 009 back for a reprint. I like the idea of more mature stories. If the story and art is good, I'm in. It's the story is fantastic. It's one of those quintessential underdog stories. It has the sports theme going through it, so we've talked about sports manga before. You don't have to be a fan of the particular sport, but you get the highs and lows and the drama that comes with rivalries and competition and trying to succeed in sports and all that stuff. And in the case of this one, it's about boxing, which is a very it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for, like from the streets. Your everyman participates in boxing as a sort of escapism to the realities of the streets and the crime and all that stuff. So this manga brings a lot of that into its storytelling, and the art, it's a product from its time. I pretty sure it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it's still a classic, and I would still recommend reading or watching. If you want to find the movies or the anime online, go ahead. But I will be getting it, even if I don't have a shelf for it. I'll just, I don't know, stack it somewhere. But 8 hardcovers, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get them for less than $60. So count me in. Let's go. Yeah. I'm not really not a sports manga fan in general, but I've always enjoyed some sports movies. Do not know what my disconnect is there. I am not. I mean, I do like sports, but I don't like watching them. Like I grew up on baseball and basketball and all that stuff, and I love the sport. I just don't have the patience to sit and watch a game and all that. And but the stories, like I mentioned, there's so much drama with the storytelling. It's like wrestling, where you create all these narratives for these wrestlers and stuff. With sports, you get that, but it's real. It's not scripted. So stuff like Haikyuu and Hajime no Ippo and what's the big one, the soccer manga that people like?
Captain Tsubasa.
Tsubasa, thank you. For baseball, you got Ace of the Diamond or Cross Game, or you got Slam Dunk for basketball. Dog's Red for hockey. There's some good stuff out there for sports manga, even if you don't care about the sport. It's still fun. So at some point, I think we're gonna we might as well do a sports stream for Omnibros Manga Night, if you're down for that.
Let's do it.
There is no tomorrow. That's right, Bob. Rest in peace, Apollo. Glad they're bringing Joe to English, but deluxe hardcover is an overreach on format. Nah, I think it's valid for the title. It deserves it. It's one of those masterpieces from Japanese manga, in my honest opinion.
I think everything should get deluxe hardcovers first and then work their way back down.
Heck yeah. The bigger the art, the bigger the trim size, the better.
I think everything.
The Strikers number. Come on, man.
Booty Royale, deluxe hardcovers.
Let's go. But HD Booty. Speaking of Chihaya Fudo, I wanted to read the series on the K-Manga app, but I heard that the translations weren't great from K-Manga. Since that stream that we did when it was first coming out, I've not touched the K-Manga app. I have no desire to venture into it. I apologize, but I just don't like that app. But I just as much as I pray that we get an Inhumans omnibus for Marvel, I also pray that we get those Chihaya Fudo physical editions. Spud Boy knows what's up, bro. I'm pregnant. Deluxe hardcover. Let's go. Why not? Sure.
Yeah.
All that pregnant action and larger trim size. Let's go.
I mean, if I could have my manga collection look like my comic collection, where most of it is oversized hardcovers,
yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah. So that is really exciting, and also the calendar is looking beefier and beefier by the minute for the fall releases. Because I made a video covering up to the summer for manga releases, but now with the Viz announcements and now with this, Yen Press has a round of announcements tomorrow. They couldn't wait for them today. They couldn't wait for us, but they had to do it tomorrow. But it's looking pretty cool. The later half of 2024. Aren't the Inhumans still? We don't talk about that, brother. I just want an omnibus of all the material, like Silver Age and Bronze Age and Modern. That's all I want. I don't need 100 different 1963 editions or Deadpool or whatever. Just put that book out there, you know. Take a shot. All right, you got money. You can take the hit. It's all right. It's not the end of the world if it fails. Or at least customize one and send it my way. I don't know. Was so sad. Oh, now I get it. Time is sad that Smoking with You manga was small trim size. There you go. I did get that. PP Pool Man has it, but I recently ordered that. Dude, I got a bunch of stuff. Since you're not going to see it in years at this point, let me read you the stuff I got. Hold on. I got Great Yokai War. I got some Frieden. I got Kowloon. I got that Bloodblade manga. Let's go. Sugumi Project. The Beefy Dragons, Beast Strings. I got that because I like me some anthropomorphic animals. Don't quote that, please. Inspector got a new volume out, so we're officially up to date with that series. I still don't have freaking Past the Monster Meet My Lady, and now everybody has it except me. I feel like a chump. So yeah, it's been a wild couple of days for manga purchasing. Hopefully, or thankfully, March is much easier for me. I'm not getting as many things. Probably like 12 books total. The spine on Preggers is so girthy. What? How do you know about the spine? Does that have a spine? Oh, I don't even want to know. Too late. I'm quoting it. Damn it. Sorry. God. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Did you pick up my dog is a death god or whatever?
I did not.
I think that was Seven Seas. I wanted to read it, but it's a heavy subject matter, and I was not in the right mind space to read that stuff, so I skipped it. But I do want to check it out at some point when I'm feeling better about reading that stuff. So yeah, let me remind everybody once again. Shout out to our sponsor. When Ashita no Joe comes out, you can find it on InStockTrades.com this December.
Yeah.
Get your Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, and manga for great discounts that range from 42 to 50, 60% off. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. Loyalty discount adds an extra 2% discount if you make it on a week-by-week basis. Of course, you get great packaging and wonderful customer service only when you order from InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST. So, gang, we got like 3 more minutes. So, if you want to hit us with some rapid fire Q&A, I'd appreciate it because I'm fresh out of topics to talk about, and we're gonna call it early because my co-host is not feeling well, and I feel bad of prolonging the suffering of talking for more than an hour. Look at that, Bob. Thank you. Riley, thanks you. Feel better soon.
Thank you.
Sadly, I have spent like $20 on K manga to read a certain manga on there. Ooh, do tell if you want. That's okay. Is it Rent a Girlfriend? It's all right. You can tell me. I collected physically, so I'm more of a sinner than you are if you read it digitally. You know. Just curious, what's the longest you've had to wait for Right Stuff to ship something that went out of stock? Going on 8 months for Heavenly Delusion 1, 2, and 3.
I personally never have ordered anything that was not immediately available because of the fact that it's completely up in the air. Like for Heavenly Delusion, Denpa has spoken that those books are coming back into print So they're not even available at the distributors yet. Like they're waiting for them to legit, and since it's Denpa, it could be no telling how long.
But it will happen because the anime was last year, and that was a big hit. And a lot of people are interested in getting the manga now, so they know they have a hit on their hands. So as long as, but for me, yeah, I don't think I've maybe like a couple or no, wait. Recently, I think it was 2022, I made a rant on one of these streams where I got, I think it was Die Dark, and I got it. It was still available. I got it for pre-order. I pre-ordered the thing, came out, sold out, and I didn't get my copy. So I had to wait for a restock, and that was like 3 months, even though I pre-ordered the thing, which is stupid. I understand that sometimes that happens and you can't get to everybody because of the demand. I understand that. But it's ridiculous that I'm pre-ordering because you want me, like, if you want this, be sure to pre-order. That's what I did. But I had to wait like 3 months to get the damn book. I remember that. That was frustrating. You remember that? That was when Summertime Rendering was coming out. And I love that series. Everybody was super hyped. And then when it came out, it all the hype died. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know if it was because of the 6-month delay or whatever, but that was wild.
It happens.
Cleveland Brown, which is most likely to happen? An English adaptation of Kingdom or an anime adaptation of 20th Century Boys? 20th Century Boys.
20th Century Boys.
But I want Kingdom to happen so that everybody's happy. I want everybody to be happy with their favorite book on their shelf. That's what I want.
I don't. I want everyone to be happy except for the Kingdom fans. I want every single manga ever to be published in English physically and digitally, except for Kingdom.
They're gonna come at us and dislike the video now.
Good.
Still waiting on QQ Sweeper. Is that how it's called? Volume 1?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm willing to accept the answer for both. If 20th Century Boys gets an anime, I can see going to Netflix. Probably. Yeah. A company could try licensing Kingdom digitally first to test the waters. That would be the safest way to go for something like Kingdom.
The funny thing is, with a lot of the digital first, people don't even know, because like Baki has like multiple parts available digitally officially in English, but people don't even know. And so when people ask about it and I'm like, well, this company has the rights right now, they're like, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
The same for Sunken Rock. People didn't know that it's on Manga Planet, but Manga Planet is mostly smut, I guess. So
look at what that led to last week when we did the show. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be the final question of the night. Secret Mind Twin. Which classic manga series you hope gets licensed next? I want freaking Drawn and Quarterly to finish getting all of Gegege no Kitaro out there and not just the greatest hits. That frustrated me. I appreciate it. I thank them. Peace and love. Thank you so much for licensing it. But do the full thing and not like a greatest hits, because it's not a complete set, but 8 volumes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I want I think go back into Mitsuru Adachi's catalog and get some of his older stuff, because we really just have Cross Game. See what his first.
We only have Cross Game, really?
We have Cross Game, and like there's an upcoming single volume from Denpa, so that might come in like 2027.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's a short story collection that Viz did a while ago, but But if they go back and do like Touch, that was I think his like first big hit in the early 80s. I would really love to see that.
There you go. Insufferable Omnibus Collector, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch at the Omnibus Collector, and Twitter at Omni Collector.
There you go. You can find me on my channel. That's Manga Geekdom. Was supposed to come out with a video tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It's still not done as of me making this podcast. So you'll probably see it on Monday, most likely. But yeah, Manga Geekdom is where you can find me, where I talk about all the manga that I'm reading. I do reading blogs, haul videos, the occasional essay here and there, and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate it if you subbed and all that stuff. And I also have a Discord channel where we talk about anime, manga, comics, toys, anything pop culture. We can talk about it there. I can hang out with some cool peeps. And I'm on social media, like the Blue Sky, Threads, and X Twitter. Just search for Manga Geekdom. And we'll be back next week with a fresh batch of shows. We got Monday. We're doing the gift card giveaway at StarTrades.com. Also, Hall's Previews Reads. And then Wednesday, we're going to do a comic episode. And then next Thursday will be the March previews. All the cool manga that are coming out in March. We're going to talk about that. And maybe if there's some time left, we can talk about anything like super hyped up that Yen Press might announce. Although, I don't know. Could be a double-edged sword. We'll talk about that later. So that's going to be it. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're watching later, leave a comment down below what you thought of the books, the announcements, and all that stuff. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. We love every single one of you. Thank you for participating and being awesome, as you guys always are. Leave a like on your way out. We truly do appreciate it. It helps out the channel immensely. And that's it. That's going to be it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. God bless. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. And we will see you on the next stream. Bye for now. We're ending the stream in 5, 4, 3,